Addiction took our mother slowly, leaving us to fend for ourselves. Addiction took our mother slowly, leaving us to fend for ourselves. I was 7 when her back teeth fell out. I kept them in a matchbox, hoping to keep her pieces safe. Our house was falling apart, but Annie made it a home. She mothered me with lopsided band-aids, lukewarm meals, and ghost stories. We danced barefoot in the living room, and she always let me shower first to enjoy the hot water. Annie, dark-haired like her father, always wanted to be blonde like Mom. She moved to New York when I turned 18 and never came back. I still dream about her sometimes. Keeping up with Mom was impossible. When she drank lightly, she'd wake us at 3 a.m. with pancakes or take us to the beach. But when she drank heavily, she'd disappear for days, leaving us alone with strangers. When she drank too little, she'd fall apart, chain smoking and screaming at the slightest thing. Annie and I raised each other. She was my rock, even when Mom's addiction tore at our lives. I'd give anything to have Annie's hands in my hand one more time, even if it hurt. One October night, when I was 13 and Annie was 16, Mom had been gone for 2 days. That night, Annie and I weren't speaking. She'd been drinking, and I couldn't bear to see her follow Mom's path. I dumped all the alcohol, and Annie cried, trying to clean up the shattered glass between us. Later, we heard a strange crying outside. Thinking it was the neighbor's child, I stepped out to check. Annie's voice turned urgent, telling me to get inside. In the dark, a figure emerged, tall and thin, mimicking a child's cry. We locked ourselves in the bathroom, hearing footsteps and someone pounding on the door, demanding to be let in. "Emily, let us in," the voices yelled, shifting from Mom's to Annie's, but it wasn't them. The police arrived, rescuing us. Outside, Annie stood under the flashing lights. Mom, out of her mind on drugs, had been the one in the yard, desperate and broken. The real monsters are the ones that come in bottles and needles, the ones that can look like the people we love most. It's up to us whether to let them in. Follow for part 2.